Hi guys, today I'm going to show you an unusual way of gaining fame in Albion Online. Doing dungeons is a common way of gaining fame, but we're not going out with a group, and we aren't doing solo dungeons. We are going to be soloing randomized group dungeons. Why would we solo group dungeons? I personally find it a lot more challenging than solo dungeons, and the fame is great. I would recommend doing T5 or T6 group dungeons, and these are hardly ever contested and rarely get dove. Doing this, I've been able to get well over 1 million fame per hour, not including the tomes you receive in the dungeon. To do this, we need a very specific build to be able to deal enough DPS while also staying alive. The build you'll want for this is as follows. Assassin Hood with Meditate, which decreases your cooldowns by 15 seconds after 3 seconds of channel. For the passive, we're taking Quick Thinker. Hunter Jacket with Haste, which increases your attack speed and damage for 8 seconds. For the passive, we're taking Quick Thinker. Any leather shoes with Refreshing Sprint for decreased ability cooldowns. For the passive, we're again taking Quick Thinker. Crypt Candle for increased damage. Demon Cape for even more damage with the Lava Pool. Beef Stew for increased damage. Poison Potions, these are very important. Just bring T4 poisons no matter what tier you're running. It will speed up your clear a lot, and it will help you kill some mobs you otherwise wouldn't be able to kill. And the main item, the one-handed dagger. On the dagger's Q ability, I like to run Deadly Swipe. It's a good AoE ability, and it also gives you Assassin Spirit charges fast when used on groups of mobs. It can also be used to avoid some of the mob's abilities. On the W ability, we're running Throwing Blades for increased damage and movement speed. The E ability is what allows us to do so much damage and stay alive in group dungeons alone. While active, each of your auto attacks deals a lot more damage, and you heal for 100% of the damage dealt. On the passive, we're running attack speed. So every 6 normal auto attacks, you gain 30% bonus attack speed for 3 seconds. The gear I'm wearing now is quite cheap. This is probably the lowest tier of gear I would recommend for doing these dungeons. I have 100 spec in the hood and candle, 70 in the jacket, and 90 in the shoes. I started doing this with 0 spec on the dagger, but after just a few dungeons, I'm up to 61 spec, with having used my fame credits that I received while clearing. With this tier of gear, you can easily do tier 5 group dungeons, and perhaps tier 6 if you get really good at it. When doing these group dungeons, I would highly recommend looking for heretic dungeons. These dungeons look like a pile of rocks with some rags when you run up to them. The undead dungeons are the second easiest, then Morgana dungeons, and lastly, the Keeper dungeons are the most difficult to clear with this build. When looking for group dungeons, I'd like to share a tip with you all. If you simply Google the map name you're going to be searching for dungeons in, you will find Albion 2D. Here you can uncheck everything except for random dungeons. This will show you all the possible random dungeon spawns on the map, so you don't have to waste time looking for new dungeons. Starting off your combo, you will first want to get some Q stacks and auto attacks to start stacking your attack speed passive. Each Q stack increases your damage by 6% up to 3 stacks. Then you will want to activate your Hunter Jacket. Then throw your blades and immediately use your E. Be sure not to double tap the E, as it is a toggleable ability. You want to gain all the buffs you can before activating your E to get the best value of the damage and healing. When you have used your entire combo, you should immediately use your Meditate on the Assassin Hood and Refreshing Sprint on your shoes to get your cooldowns back again, and repeat. Some mob packs and bosses may be too difficult to kill. If so, just skip them and move on. Don't waste your time getting downed, as the repair bill will add up quickly. The dungeon run I'm showing in the background is a T6 group dungeon that I cleared with 8-1 gear. It took me 24 minutes to clear it and gained me 400k fame, making it 1 million fame per hour. With the tomes I received, it turned out to be 1.2 million fame per hour. I also ran a T5 group dungeon with the 6-1 set I showed in the intro, which gave me 700k fame per hour, not including the tomes. Be aware that fame may vary based on your spec, how often you find a new dungeon, etc. If you want to swap out some fame for more money, you can faction flag for your city, which I explained a bit about in my last money making guide, and do the dungeons in the royal zones. It will gain you a lot of faction points, but the fame isn't as good as in the black zone, and the chances of getting dove are a lot higher. I'll let this dungeon clear run in the background if you'd like to see the entire clear. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed this quick guide.
skies above. I still don't know if I am right, but I know that for your love I'll go till world end tonight. search for the reason why the days just pass me by. We travel through the light to a city shining white. To a city shining white. Search for the reason why we travel through the night the days just pass me by. The city shining bright. I search for the reason why the days just pass me by. We travel through the light to a city shining white. To a city shining white. I search for the reason why we travel through the light the days just pass me by. The city shining bright. I search for the reason why the days just pass me by. We travel through the light to a city shining